Hello, my name is Tiffany, and thank you for coming and listening to my Improper Maternity Leave in America speech. And I have some PowerPoint to show you as well. So have you or anyone you know have dealt with improper maternity leave in America, or you may know someone that is possibly going through it now? I'm going to go over a couple different scenarios and situations that have come about with people in America and maternity leave not being the way it should be for most parents. The first one we're going to go over is financial and mental struggles that come with unpaid maternity leave with both parents. With unpaid maternity leave in America, it is a, what was I going to say? It is a, just lost my train of thought because I'm not supposed to look at my stuff. But it is not always provided. Maternity leave, paid maternity leave is not always provided. There we go. It goes by employers, and it's up to their discretion whether they want to pay you for maternity leave, or you can choose paid vacation leave or even sick leave of your own. Employers, to be able to give you family medical leave, have to have at least 50 employees, and you have to work at least 1,250 hours a year to qualify for that. And although it's a leave for you to take, you do not get paid. It just holds your job for 12 weeks without the possibility of losing your job. It holds your job. If you do get the FMLA, which is what it's called, you have to pay still for your health benefits. So although you're not getting paid leave, you still have to pay for your health benefits. And I know that personally because I've had to deal with that twice. So in order for me to still be able to go to doctor's appointments, I had to pay for my health insurance to be able to cover my doctor's appointments. I'm also going to go over WIC, which is Women, Infant, and Children, and that helps before, during, and after pregnancies for both the mother and the child. That only goes up to age 5. And that also only helps with certain foods such as milk, eggs, breads, which is certain kinds and certain quantities. It also helps with formula, for baby formula, for after the baby is born. And it is an income limit based source. So if you make too much, you don't qualify for that. Next, I'm going to talk about postpartum depression and mental health. Postpartum depression with women is a big issue in America. Most women suffer from some sort of mental health issue after having a child, more or less because of the hormones that are just going through your body before and after childbirth. I as well dealt with that twice. The first time I was young and I did not take it serious. The second time I made sure I knocked it right on the head and got that dealt with. And the sooner women realize that they have this issue, the easier it is, because there is medication for it, and there is different research that I found on the U.S. Department of Health and Human Sciences. It does state that 1 in 8 new mothers deal with some sort of depression, mental health issues, any kind of those symptoms that happen after childbirth. And the symptoms that come with that is frequent mood changes, unusual crying or sadness, and having thoughts of harming yourself or your child. New mothers are at risk for a wide range of psychiatric disorders, which we talked about: depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, which is PTSD, anxiety, and postpartum psychosis, which I read on the National Library of Medicine. Now that we talked about that, we are not going to leave out the men that are part of the childbirth process as well. Men do not typically take a paternity leave, more or less because they do not have the option for it. Again, that is up to your employers for that. And there it is. It is up to their employers. As per United States Census Bureau, that is where I found that information. Whether unpaid or paid leave, men always use that time to bond with their child and help with the mothers that are dealing with the postpartum of childbirth. Having a second caregiver in the house as well helps the mother be able to process through childbirth as well. It also puts a strain on men because although they may take a few days, if any, to be at home after childbirth, they typically rush back to work because now they are part of the only paycheck coming into the house, which brings you back to the unpaid maternity leave that we are dealing with in America. So they end up being the sole providers, and some men do have decent employers that may pay them and give them the option, or they just have to use their own vacation and sick leave to be able to do so. I read on the Harvard Journal of Law and Gender that it is an 18% of a lower risk when fathers do take paternity leave of them becoming alcoholics or harming themselves from dealing with the stress. So 18%, it's an 18% lower risk if men take that leave to help. So now that I spoke about all of that, I would like to just go over some bullet points that I went over. So not all parents get paid leave. And if they do, majority of the time they're using up save paid time off or save sick time. Both men and women go through the mental health issues and struggles during and after the childbirth process. So whether you have gone through it yourself or you know someone who has or will be going through it, the best thing you can do is to help them, whether it be just a meal, to watch the baby while someone takes a nap, wash some clothes, just help within the household if possible, because with both mom and dad it is very stressful. And that is the end of that. How long was that?
5, almost 6.